the whole time, really.
ChrisZito.com. ChrisZitoIsFunny.com.
That's it.
But by the way, I am supposed to start with who I am and why we're here.
Sure.
But my name's Sean Hansen, Sean Hansen's Comedy Corner. I am the host of Sean Hansen's Comedy Corner. This is my co-host, Cliff. He has the Valley Patriot, which I write for once a month because it's a monthly. And I have no other than Chris Zito.
Hello, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Zito.
It's good to be back here.
Chris Zito, everybody. Hey.
Am I on now? There I am, finally. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
ChrisZitoIsFunny.com.
ChrisZitoIsFunny.com. It's actually a weird story with that. When I started my website, of course, I go for ChrisZito.com. Not available. And I'm thinking, if there's somebody squatting on that domain, thinking that, like, you know how people will buy up domains thinking, oh, somebody's going to want this and I'm going to make a fortune selling it? I'm thinking this person really has no idea what's happening in my career if they're sitting on that domain. But it just turned out to be some guy named Chris Zito who had the website already. But he doesn't have a website. There's no website. He just owns the name.
Wow. So
I went with basically what I'm selling, ChrisZitoIsFunny.com. That's it in a nutshell.
So when you first noticed the other ChrisZito.com, it wasn't a website?
No, when I went to buy the domain name, they said it's not available. And I went through a lot of channels, and I reached out to GoDaddy, and I practically was bribing this guy, begging him to lead me in the direction of this guy. Please, and he's like, I can't give the, no, not that I could have it. I wanted to find the guy so I could, you know, reach out to him and say, dude, seriously, come on. Because he doesn't have a site. And when I went to, if you go to ChrisZito.com, you'll see there's no website. But so it's ChrisZitoIsFunny.com. And everything you want to know about me or even could care less about me is on there.
ChrisZitoIsFunny.com.
That's it.
Now, why isn't it ChrisZitoIsHilarious.com?
I think Chris Zito is funny is easier to remember and easier to spell.
That's true.
You know, people don't know how to spell anymore, Sean.
That's true.
There's too much spell check in the world. You don't want to go with hilarious. You know.
But you are hilarious.
I appreciate you saying that, Sean. I appreciate it. That's why I love coming on the show. You kind of buck me up. And then this is my time. This is sort of my second annual holiday visit on your show. I hope we can make it a tradition.
Definitely. We should, actually, since you're such a busy guy and a popular comedian.
Schedule's only heating up, Sean. What can I tell you? It's only heating up.
Can we schedule you for 12-12-12 Christmas show next
sorry,
week?
I'm already booked through 2012. We want to go. I'm into March 2013.
What about 13-13? Oh man, there's no unless they create
another month. We'll get into that. Yeah.
It'll be
I'm sure we can work something out.
We'll be like the 13th month.
You know what we'll do? I'll sit down with the talent coordinator for the show. Do you know him?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Yeah. Actually, we were talking before the show. We had a blast about this. We were talking about because I have my trusty bottle of water, and I was like, should I just put this in a cup? And you're like, it's fine. I said, well, do you want to check with the art director? And you're like, I am the art director. I'm the prop master. You're the gaffer. You got the newspaper taped to the to Cliffy there. You do it all.
I do it all.
It makes the production meetings a little easier.
It does.
Have you ever? Because it's just you.
And everybody's on time.
But have you ever had, let me ask you this, because this would be disturbing, I'm sure. Have you ever had a production meeting where you vote on something and it's not unanimous and it's just you sitting there? Now, you really...
Just me sitting there trying to
figure
out what's
you're really
happening.
torn. You're not sure what the heck to do next.
I'm just like, Sean's not listening to me. And Sean and the other Sean's
Sean, will you pipe down?
Yeah.
Sean, you want to share that with the rest of the group?
And ironically, all of our last names are Hansen.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, what's the deal with the co-host? You didn't have a co-host when I was here last year.
Well, I didn't have a co-host last year, and I don't have a co-host.
Well, you introduced Cliff as your co-host.
Well, you didn't let me finish the sentence.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But ChrisZitoIsFunny.com.
Thank you. Please go there and examine it carefully.
I have like a little tick sometimes, like when I'm talking, like I'll just randomly blurt out, ChrisZitoIsFunny.com.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. That's great.
I don't know what it is. I went to the doctor, but you know, ChrisZitoIsFunny.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy joined my site actually. He's leaving some good comments now. It's a very interactive site. You'll love it.
But the 200th show, my uncle was here, and I have an Uncle Cliffy.
Oh.
So my girlfriend put the penguin on the desk with the Santa Claus hat.
Oh, that's nice.
And so I was like, I'll just leave it there. And
may name him Cliff.
Yeah, and then I was like, we'll name him Cliff. And my whole family, like, I heard them laughing in the background. And,
well, it's interesting that now, if I don't know, you know, if you could see the enough of the penguin, close enough on the penguin to see that he's got the gaffer's tape eye patch, and ironically, he lost his sight because of an accident with gaffer's tape. So That is ironic that he would have the gaffer eye patch.
Yeah, he has the gaffer tape right here.
Now, for those of you, the viewers at home, gaffer's tape, that's very common around a TV studio. It's good for everything. It's sort of the duct tape of television, isn't it? Gaffer's tape. Oh my God, what's going on over there?
Right here.
Should we show them?
Gaffer's tape.
Let's do a little more.
Be careful, though.
Hi, I'm Chris Ito for Gaffer's Tape. Are you in a television studio? Need to tape something down? Gaffer's Tape. Brought to you by Gaffer's Tape. I'm Gaffer's Tape, and I approve this message. That's sort of a political thing there.
Gaffers tape.
GafferTapeIsFunny.com. There you go. So what else, Sean? Fire away, buddy.
Fire away.
I'm all excited about the holidays. You know me. La 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 la. You got the halls are decked. You can deck the halls here. La 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 la.
We got ice cold Coca-Cola right there.
Fantastic.
And we have.
Is this a gift for me?
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, very nice.
Happy holidays.
I appreciate that. La 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 la.
What's your favorite Christmas song, by the way?
Oh, you want me to sing Happy Holidays like last year? No, I've moved on. It's Deck the Halls this year. I'm totally into Deck the Halls.
So each Christmas
I'm a fa la 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 guy now.
Okay.
That's my whole thing, man.
All right. So
I walk around the house. I'm getting ready for, you know.
La 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 la.
I'm decking the halls, dude. You got to remember to do that before Christmas gets here. You got to prepare your home and your heart for the holiday.
You do, definitely.
Oh my God, that was warm, wasn't it?
That was warm.
That's a warm message.
You should do a PSA to
That's
that
a
right
warm
now.
message.
Do a PSA holding the candy.
When you're finished with your gaffer's tape, remember, prepare your home and your heart for the holidays with gaffer's tape.
And candy canes.
And candy canes. La 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 la.
As I throw them out in your face.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Candy cans.
Oh, I'm going to need a gaffer's tape eye patch because of a horrible candy can accident. Oh, man.
It only happens once a year because you will only have me on once a year.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here annually.
Yeah.
That's it.
Last year was December 10th. I checked out the archives
Oh,
today.
you did?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And what's today? When are we taping this?
Today's the 12th.
Or is this live? I don't know. Should we? I don't know. What kind of lies you tell your viewers?
I don't know what kind of lies
your
I tell them
illusions.
either. That's the lie coordinator. His name's also Sean.
I see. He's part of. You have an enormous staff for a show.
We do. We have 46 Seans.
Stay tuned after the show. Watch those credits roll, man. Wow. It's the name is easy to remember. It's just all the different titles. Yeah.
It is. Sean Hansen.
Well, you've been doing the show for a long time now, right?
The 23rd of February, 2010.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 years, February 23rd.
And how many episodes a year are you shooting?
Oh, man.
Kind of putting you on the spot here.
206
I should have gone over this in the pre-interview.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so apparently this is the segment where
this is the 2 minutes where I don't. Yeah, I know. I just realized I start firing questions at you for no good reason.
Since you're going to be interviewing me, you were on the radio before. I want you to interview me.
I was on the radio for quite a while. In fact, I'm still on the radio every Wednesday night on WATD down in Marshfield. It's a little station down in the South Shore, but it's a great show. It's called The Social Show. It's a talk show every Wednesday for 6:15 to 7:15. It's 1 hour, and it's we call it The Social Show, the place to stay connected. Every week we talk about a different topic that's just really is of importance to everyone. Because you know when you say social, that covers a lot of ground. So
it does. It definitely does. And
I just did to read Joe Castiglione, dude. I spent an hour with Joe Castig.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Now, if you're not a big baseball fan like Sean here, you may not know Joe Castiglione, 28 years radio play-by-play guy for the Red Sox.
I saw him the other day. I was at covered Christmas.
Did you take a swing at him?
No.
Oh, okay, just curious.
He's a good guy. But,
yeah, he is a good guy.
ChrisItoIsFunny.com.
ChrisItoIsFunny.com. If you want to know about where I'm performing, if you want to learn about Chris Ito's Comedy Land Cruise, which is coming up in February, tickets are on sale for that right now. That makes a great Christmas gift. That's where you know those casino trips where you get on like the really swanky motor coach and you go down and you can eat and drink on the way down and you get betting money and food vouchers and stuff. And then I'm on the bus entertaining people the whole way down to Mohegan Sun. It's awesome.
Oh man,
we've done a couple of them now, and yeah. So if you go to ChrisItoIsFunny.com, right on the home page is all the information about the Comedy Land Cruise and how you get your tickets.
So I'm going to go to another Well, first of all, the first segment, I want to get back to that.
Okay.
Reverse role. You're going to interview me for like a minute.
Okay.
And you're going to interview me in your radio voice.
But this is my radio voice. I don't really have a radio voice, you know.
Okay.
Because I was never a DJ. I was always like, you know me, I was always a comedian and a morning guy on the radio. I never really
Okay,
used a weird voice or anything.
So
you want me to use like a crazy radio voice?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we call that a puker in the radio business.
A puker.
Yeah, you ever hear that expression?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy sounds like he's puking out every other word. Is it? Yeah, it's awful.
Emphasizing every other.
Yeah,
Third,
it's
ChrisZito'sFunny.com.
Awful. ChrisZito'sFunny.com. Check it out.
So you can interview me for.
All right. So you know what's interesting? Now I got to the studio earlier, and you were taping another segment, and you mentioned your girlfriend. So if it's okay, Sean Hansen, I'd like to get a little peek into the personal life of Sean Hansen.
Oh wow.
How long have you been seeing this young woman?
6 months Thursday.
6 months.
Yep.
Okay. So so it's coming along pretty nicely.
Yeah, it's coming pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
And is she age appropriate?
Yeah.
You guys around the same age?
Mm-hmm.
And you've met her folks?
No, not yet.
You have not. 6 months in.
Well,
you still
I've met
the
them on
folks?
Skype. She's from China.
She's
Northern
from China,
yeah.
and her parents still live in China.
Yeah, so
She lives here.
I met her mother on Skype.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So the language barrier must. So I would assume, unless you speak fluent Chinese, that her mother speaks English, or was she there to translate?
I have to learn. She's there to translate because her English is getting better and better each day. But
Is this a mail order bride? Is that what we're talking about?
don't tell everybody.
Did you find her? Did you find your girlfriend on Craigslist or some weird like
eBay.
ChineseBrides.com or something? Speaking of .com, I just want to mention ChrisZito'sFunny.com. You can find out.
That's a
about me.
great website.
It really is. I love it there.
You know, when people usually go to SeanHansen.weebly.com, SeanHansen.weebly.com,
Yeah.
they usually get confused and type in ChrisZito'sFunny.com.
It happens to a lot of people.
Because Chris Zito and Sean Hansen, they're spelled almost
so
the
much,
same.
so similar.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get back to your Chinese girlfriend.
Yep.
That you obviously, what did you, Shanghai her, bring her to the States? How did this happen?
Shanghai.
It's just, this is not some sort of weird sex trafficking thing that turned into a legitimate relationship.
She came to the United States about a year and a half ago in August, and then I met her.
Like on a work visa and it expired, and now she's hiding out in your basement? Or?
A student visa, and
Oh, okay.
I met her
Okay.
through a friend of mine that met her online. So
And she lives in the area.
yeah,
I see. So she's a graduate student, I presume.
no, she's going to school right now, Quincy College for nursing.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a nursing student.
Yep.
A Chinese nursing student.
Yep.
Sounds very exotic, Sean. She really does.
And you
That's
looked
great.
directly into my eyes when you said that.
Well, you know, you're
That's
a little.
kinda romantic.
You're kind of exotic yourself. Well, you know, I'm a known heterosexual, Sean, but if I weren't, you'd probably be in my top 5. I've made no secret that I am a heterosexual, but Sean Hansen's rugged good looks aren't lost on me.
Excuse
I'm
me
sure
one second. Hold that thought. Gaffer's tape.
I'm sorry, were we late for a break? I'm sorry, we're up against the break.
When you're using your Sharpie blue marker, writing on your whiteboard to go to ChrisZito'sFunny.com.
Thank you very much.
Remember to use gaffer's tape to first of all tape that whiteboard to your wall.
Well, the thing is, the gaffer's tape doesn't only come in black.
Yep.
Of course, it comes in many colors, so you could put the gaffer's tape up and write right on it there if you want.
You could, yeah.
Yep.
What?
So, how we
color-
doing? How did I do on my interview segment?
That was good. That was
Yeah.
very good.
I reached in there a
That was
little bit
very
deeper
good.
than maybe some guys would.
Come on, Cliff.
Cliff,
Clap
come
or
on, don't be a
something.
drag. Participate.
He never talks to
What a
anybody.
lousy co-host you have there, man.
Maybe I should hire you. Could you like
But
set
now,
up? Can
you know,
like, set up
it's
there
funny
for-
you mention that because I recently got hired as a co-host for a television show. I don't know
Was
if it's
that Scorch TV?
Scorch TV is
Oh, yeah.
now on channel 62. You'd have to check your local listings because it's on, you know, a different number with every cable system. But you know, channel 62, it's licensed for Lawrence, Boston.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember the call letters. It's W something. But it's channel 62. It was Retro TV, and it's just changed over to what's now called Me TV. METV, and it's a national network, but we are on the local affiliate for Me TV, which is Channel 62, Scorch TV, and we have a very exciting new time slot, Saturdays at 10:30. So Scorch TV, Channel 62,
10:30.
Saturdays at 10:30. Check your local
That's
listings. I'm the
10:30.
new co-host of the show.
10:30 p.m.
10:30 p.m. It's the rock and roll talk show, and Scorch is a guy. He's like a rock jock from New Hampshire, and he was on WAAF years ago, and been around a long time, just much like I have, and you know, just a couple of radio guys, and he does a great job. We have some great bands on the show, and he interviews bands, and we have comedians on the show, and other local people of interest, you know. So it's a terrific show. It's a lot of fun to watch, and we have a ball.
And those call letters are actually WCZIF.
CZIF
Zito is funny.
funny.com. Nice job, Sean. Doing a heck of a job plugging that website for me. I appreciate it.
The person that writes my scripts is just amazing today.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great job.
the script manager.
I take it the writer also Sean Hansen.
Yes, he's a really
said,
good guy. You
stay
should meet him
tuned.
sometime.